Hey there, guys. This is Stevie K here. Just wanted to come at you with some info, cool tips. I know there's a lot of people out there who are super pumped about this Line 6 HX Stomp. I also know that a bunch of you that may be getting it are not really familiar with the Helix family. So I wanted just to show you like a few little quick tricks, tips, if you will. There are some limitations, but if you get creative, there are some pretty neat workarounds. Today I'm going to talk about one of them. As you know, if you want a volume pedal, you have to build a block for that volume pedal. And with the 6-block limit, we'd like to have all the blocks that we can have. So what I'm going to show you is how you can map your expression pedal to your amp's channel volume, which does not use a block. I know that most people prefer to have their volume pedal after drives and before most wet effects like delay or reverb. So I've set up a patch here that has an amp, an overdrive, a pretty heavy delay, and a pretty big reverb, just to give you an idea of the effects or whatnot. So when we kind of swell in, I want that extra wet feeling so you kind of get the full effect. So let's look at here. I've got this preset set up. It's just called template. So what we'll do is we'll go into the view, which is kind of the edit mode. As you see here, I'm using an Interstate Z. So what we want to do here is we've got our controls for the amps right down here at the bottom. We're going to page right over to our channel volume. Now what we can do here is, hit the wrong button, sorry about that. Let's hit the page left and right together at the same time. And we're going to controller assign. So we hit that. Now it brings up all the controls that we can mess with on the amp. Right now the parameter is to drive, but I'm going to set this to channel volume. Controller, we are going to use expression 2 because that is where my mini Dunlop is plugged into. Now we can go out back to the view here, and we will go over to where you can see the channel volume. Now you see the channel volume is in white. All right, so I'm going to roll back on the expression pedal, and as you can see, the channel volume comes down. If I roll back up, now you're all the way, well, almost all the way at 10. There we go. So now, basically what you've done is you've given yourself a volume pedal, but without having to take up an entire block for it. So I'm going to just roll back here and let you kind of hear this. All right, we'll let you hear the guitar tone that we have right now. This is just amp, delay, and reverb. And like I said, I wanted it kind of extra wet, probably a little more wet than I would ever use, just so you get the kind of effect once we swell in. So let's rock the expression pedal down. So now we have no volume. So let's hit this big G chord and just swell in here. Right? So pretty cool. I don't think it works as well as a dedicated volume pedal block because you can use the logarithmic sweep, which I feel is a little more natural of a sweep, where I believe the sweep on this is kind of predetermined within the HX Stomp. Now that's how you do it from the actual pedal. It's a lot easier to do within the HX Edit app. If you wanted to do that, all you'd have to do is pull up the amp where you can see the controls on the right, and then you just right click on the channel volume number, and then you can assign it to a pedal from there. If you wanted to set that to where your volume didn't just go from 0 to 10 on the channel volume, you could go up to the controller assign tab, bypass / controller assign tab above the amp controls, and from there you can actually pick a minimum channel volume and a maximum channel volume. Because I know I have some patches where my channel volume only goes up to 8. So just a quick tip, if you guys like this stuff, maybe I'll do some other ones. There's some other cool tips, especially on like doing a boost. You can do just a completely clean boost without having to use an actual block. So like, comment, good or bad, and just let me know what you think. All right, appreciate it.